Hey, Skull Nation. What's up, my fellow purple-blooded warriors? You know that electric rush when US Bank Stadium shakes like it's about to erupt? Yeah, that's us, the Vikings faithful, ready to roar back from the bye week like a herd of charging beasts. But hold up, because today's Vikings news drop from the mailbag is packing heat. Injuries flipping the script, a QB showdown that's got my heart pounding, and that monster Eagles clash lurking like a storm on the horizon. Imagine this, our boys piecing together a puzzle where every return could unlock a playoff run. Stick with me because if we nail these comebacks, we're not just talking contention, we're talking destiny. Who's fired up? Drop a skull in the comments if you're as hyped as I am. Our Vikings are bursting back from that perfectly timed bye. And folks, it's like the universe hit pause just to let our squad reload. Head coach Kevin O'Connell dropped the bombshell last Monday. J.J. McCarthy, that rookie firecracker with the cannon arm, is eyeing his first on-field reps since that brutal high ankle sprain in Week 2 against the Falcons. His second career start, mind you. We're talking mobility that could dodge pressures like a ghost, but Atlanta exposed some cracks early. Alongside him, left guard Donovan Jackson, fresh off wrist surgery after gutting it out in Week 3's Bengals beatdown. Center Michael Juergens shaking off a hamstring tweak from Week 4, and linebacker Blake Cashman, the defensive heartbeat sidelined since Week 1's hamstring snag in Chicago. These aren't backups filling shoes. They're the glue that's been missing, turning our patchwork line into a fortress. Picture the ripple effect, Skull fans. Cashman's back as that pre-snap whisperer, reading plays like a book, while Jackson and Juergens shore up an O-line that's been juggling undrafted rookies like Joe Huber and vets like Blake Brandel, who balled out at center against Cleveland's nightmare D-line. Stats don't lie. Our run games averaged just 3.8 yards per carry without full health. But with these returns, we're talking explosive potential. O'Connell's got a light session today before full pads Wednesday through Friday. Injury report dropping midweek. This bye wasn't rest. It was resurrection. What do you think? Does this crew make us unstoppable, or is there more magic needed? Hit me in the comments. That Week 5 thriller against the Browns in London? Pure chaos, but the kind that fuels legends. We're sailing wide right on Will Reichard's 51-yard field goal attempt with 9:46 left at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Looked money off the foot, right? But multiple angles scream it clipped one of those sneaky aerial camera wires dangling overhead, turning a make into a heartstopper miss. John from Milwaukee nailed it in the mailbag. How does the NFL's tech wizardry miss this? No broadcast whisper, nothing. Frustrating, huh? Coworkers are buzzing, and I grilled a source with prime views who swears Cameron Thomas, that number 99 with the white sleeve, tipped it at the line with his pinky. Jordan Schultz lit up X Saturday, pushing for league review. Slow-mo backs the wire theory hard. If the NFL flips it to a non-kick. No redo granted, but man, we're grateful for that game-winning TD drive anyway. Wentz threading needles, Addison torching for 155 yards in 7 quarters post-return. Jefferson feasting at 126 and 123 in those 2 games. Reichard's been clutch otherwise, nailing 85% inside 40. But this glitch is a wake-up for the league's gadgetry. Troy from the mailbag echoes the pain. RFG for the tie definitely hit the wire. Skull, brother, we felt that gut punch together. Imagine the headlines if reviewed. Vikings robbed? You tell me, wire or tip? Sound off below. Let's pressure the league. Diving into the mailbag gold from Troy Rosendahl, a lifetime Vikings diehard torn like the rest of us on that QB fork in the road post-bye. Excitement for rookie J.J. McCarthy's upside? Electric. Dude lit up college at Michigan, national champ vibes. That rapport with Jordan Addison in camp was poetry, especially sans Jefferson for a month. But Troy's preaching wisdom. Experience trumps raw potential here, spotlighting Carson Wentz's 3-start Vikings run, 95th to 97th career nods, steering smooth sails past Bengals, 48-10 blowout, late steel curtain push, and that Browns rally. Wentz adjusted routes, timed with receivers like clockwork, against Cleveland's elite front without O'Neal at RT, Darisaw on pitch count, Brandel centering debut, and Huber's NFL baptism. Hero mode, 69% completion, 759 yards, 5 TDs, 2 picks. Troy's got me nodding. We've got elite D, standout weapons, special team studs, and O'Connell's wizardry. No room for lumps when the roster's primed. Let Wentz lead Week 7 at home versus his ex-Eagles, whisper navigate, motivate to peaks, then slide mobile JJ in for short week Chargers fireworks. Lions on November 2nd? Total curveball for them. Amen on injuries, Troy Lord, Haltom, and that tech gripe? Spot on. Skull, man. Your torn heart mirrors mine. Who's your pick? Wentz's grit or McCarthy's spark? Comment your hot take. Let's debate. Gary L. from Florida cranks the hype in the mailbag. Next week's massive, with O-line reinforcements turning interesting to inferno. If projected starters lock in, Jackson sliding back left, Juergens adding depth sans Kelly's IR concussion woes. We're gelling around that young QB nucleus built off-season smart. Addison's elite since return. 9 grabs, 155 yards, game-winner TD in 7 quarters, 17.2 YPC. That 81-yarder versus Pitt inflates. But presence? Game changer. Jefferson's the GOAT, but Addison's number 1 elsewhere. Together, they've exploded 126 and 123 yards in 2 games. Unfair McCarthy missed Darisaw's Week 3 return and Addison's fire. Camp chemistry was gold. Defensively, Andrew Van Ginkel's neck rehab could unlock Brian Flores' physical beast mode as the slate toughens. 2.0 sacks on 8 snaps versus Cincy, MIA Weeks 2, 4, 5. Dallas Turner's filling admirably, career-high 7 tackles versus Browns. Experimenting spots in his rookie year. Cashman's Week 1 rehab ends. Eric Wilson's admirably subbed the nerve center role, but Blake's returns mean stops galore, like Week 5's fourth-quarter clamps. Gary's plea. Open offense wider. Involve more. Hart says playoffs from Week 7. Vikings have grit. Skull, Gary, what's your bold prediction for Eagles Week? Share below. Florida to Minnesota. We're linked. The Viking fans since 72 drops mailbag truth. Coaching staffs dissecting recent Philly tilts for game plan gold. Whatever foes do works for us. So flip it. We've schemed M before, but Eagles tush-push obsession? Nightmare fuel. Bill. Dunn from Connecticut chimes in, great head coach O'Connell crafts good problems. Players stepping up like Brandel, Huber, Wilson? Proof. QB call post-bye? Home tilt, Wentz earned shot versus X-team. But signal JJ starts healthy versus LA, mobile magic on short week. Lions November 2nd clueless on our dual-threat QBs. Genius misdirection after 2 dubs. Your call, Bill? Spot on. O'Connell's staff turns chaos to chess. Bill's tush-push hack? Genius, intentional offsides and goal line half-distance penalty. But intimidation flips the script. Offense jumps? Backed up worse. Linemen anxious, missed illegal snaps galore. Not targeting, but mirroring their nose tackle hunt. Equalizer. We've seen Washington jump snaps in NFC champ. No dice. Owners nixed ban by votes. But Flores? Hill scheme counters. Dwayne Lottie spots Eagles Thursday Giants game. Lineman twitching pre-snap. Right guard sinking stance to silent count. Reset rules ignored. Flags scarce, but complaints rising. Gil Sorg nails Eagles weak musts. Score big. Stop the push. William from Florida. Fan since 68 injuries hurt, but step-ups shine. Steelers/Browns runs exposed holes. End gains bled yards, widen offense, play McCarthy to grow. Hart pushes playoffs. Skull, squad, what's our anti-push play? Ideas in comments. Eagles week explodes with storylines. Skull Nation, the defending Super Bowl champs invading U.S. Bank since 2019's 38-20 Vikings demolition. First home clash post their 2022-23 Philly wins. Phillies 4-2, 2-1 road, but post 4-0 skid. 21-17 Denver gut punch, 34-17 Giants demolition by rookies Jackson Dart, Cam Skatabo. Push plays fizzled, for straight versus NYG but couldn't match fireworks. Jalen Hurts, 24-30 thirds, 283 yards, TD, INT, 7 rushes/13 yards/score in loss. Saquon Barkley's eyed our run leaks, last year's OPOY. 125.3 YPG on 345 hauls. Now 95/325/3 TDs at 3.4 YPC, career low track. We've bled 4.8 YPC allowed. Resolve or Eagles dictate. Phillies stingy. 142 points 4/against. 3 turnovers lost. Protected ball but movement stalls. Our Week 4 loss, Week 5 comeback heart? Build blocks, especially injury dips. O'Connell on approach. We'll learn midweek. Wentz's left shoulder eval Monday, maybe delay starter name. Prep Philly for dual QBs. Stats Insider predicts Eagles 23-21 edge. But ESPN Analytics gives us 42.8% shot. Home roar flips it. Avoid short yardage traps. Flores counters push with heat. Dan Popard forecasts 4-1 pre-bye miss. But 5-4 post-next 4 gets 11-6 playoffs. Win 2, if 3-5 return. P.S. Injury updates? Locked. Skol. What's your score prediction? Comment now. That international double dip? Go insanity. Week 4 Dublin versus Steelers, Week 5 London Browns. But our Week 6 bye? Franchise-timed gold amid injuries, routine shakes. Tom from Maine, 60-plus year avid, nails mailbag. Schedules brutal beyond SOS, 6 toughest. Uniqueness killer, 7 non-Sunday afternoon slots. September 8th MNF at Bears, September 14th SNF at Atlanta, September 28th NTL versus Pitt, October 5th INTL versus Cleve, October 23rd TNF at Chargers, December 14th SNF at Cowboys, December 25th Christmas TNF versus Lions. Excessive? 1 MNF, 2 INTL mornings, 2 SNF, 2 TNF, Christmas whammy. Tom's Q1. Similar squads? Eagles. TNF opener norm, but MNF at GB/Chargers. Black Friday versus Bears, Deck sat at Commanders. Chargers. Week 3 pre-Sunday, TNF versus us only. Chiefs. 7 p.m. plus CT kicks. Complement for prime slots, meaningful ball showcase. Q2. Analysts skip uniqueness? Fair, travel, jet lag, crowds factor wins, but SOS sticks to records. Q3. Vikings prep? O'Connell's data-driven. Week 4 London single trip tweaks. Week 5 English countryside normalization. Health/performance staff dials practice loads. Re-regging jet lag key. My 2:50 a.m. wake-ups? Brutal, but Week 9 noon road at Detroit? First since opener. Week 18 gigabytes. Flex potential. Tom. Skol. Your 60 years inspire. What's toughest unique game? Weigh in. Wrapping this slate's overview, Skol Warriors post-bye. 9 of 12 foes .500 plus. 8-4 grind but doable. Past squads like 2015/17/19, 3-2 starts to 11-5/13-3/10-6 playoffs. O'Connell's 2022 4-1, 2024's 5-0 prove resilience. Steelers 4-1 AFC North lead? That Week 4 loss stings less now. Cincy February 4th Thursday Jungle Clash. Pitt hosts GB Week 8 SNF. Early bye eye roll? Nah, injury savior, seismic disruptions dodged. Tom Popard. Forecast 4-1 miss. But if returns, 11-6 locks postseason. Heart. Connectivity from Week 4 loss. Week 5 thrill? Foundations. Gary L. Van Ginkel dominates. Turner inside LB speed. Fixes holes, toughest spot, big ask. O-line intact. Sparks fly. William. Widen offense. McCarthy develops. Playoffs heart. Vikings news from the mailbag's been a roller coaster. Fam. Returns brewing. QB intrigue sizzling. Eagles showdown primed. Schedule gauntlet calling our roar. We've dissected the wire miss. Tush push hacks. Unique timings. And that unbreakable Skol spirit tying us through. Stats scream potential. Addison's 17.2 YPC. Jefferson's dominance. Wentz's 2-1 grit. But McCarthy's upside? Franchise fire. Injuries? Halting prayers answered soon. What's your biggest takeaway? Who starts at QB? How we stuff Barkley. Spill in comments. Your voices fuel this. All right, Purple Pride. That's your Vikings news fix. Passionate, unfiltered, straight from a fan's gut. If this lit your fire, smash that like button harder than a florist blitz. Drop your hottest takes below. McCarthy or Wentz? Eagles score prediction? Share with your Skull Squad? Subscribe for weekly drops so you never miss the roar, and hit notifications. Next one's inbound. Until US Bank thunders again, stay fierce, stay faithful. Skull Vikings.